Hi, it's Alexis. In this video, I'm going to explain you how to stay motivated during no contact, and I will share a story of someone who suffered no contact. So he dumped his ex more than a year ago, and she started to do no contact. You'll see how it affected him, and well, I don't want to spoil anything, but basically he's reaching out because he wants to get back with her. I'll explain everything after the jingle.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
I'm going to start with that testimonial from that person that I obviously won't name. Actually, let's call him Nick. Nick who sent me an email the other day, and well, I will paste this text in the description. But basically, he was in a relationship with that girl for a few years, and more than a year ago, he started to broke up with her because she was too. She pressured him in a lot of ways because she was anxious. And when he decided to break up with her, she was even more anxious and she was even more clingy and needy. And that really created a push-pull dynamic that really made them to be even more separated. And he had a lot of resentment towards her. But at some stage, she stopped and she entered no contact. Maybe it's because she watched my video, but it has a dramatic effect on him. So as I mentioned, she became clingy, did that for a year, and then she stopped. And when she stopped, he started to feel nostalgic about them. His perception of her changed dramatically. He started to see her, and I quote her, as a person I already had feeling for. So when you don't do no contact, and when you are needy, when you are clingy, you are projecting an image of someone who would create drama, of someone who's really pressuring the other. And that's the image he had of her. He was judging her on her behavior, not about her, right? And that really made him not being able to reconcile, not being able to give her a second chance. When she started to enter no contact, what happened is that that image faded away and he remembered her for who she was. And they had an amazing time together when they were together. And if you're watching this video and you had the same, this could apply for you. I have a quiz for you to know if my techniques can work. The link is in the description. But basically, if you had a strong relationship, if you didn't do anything massively wrong during the relationship, it means that you can recover from that relationship, right? There's other criteria that you can that I assess in the quiz. But basically, you can recreate that image because it's really about the behavior, really about what you do after the breakup that also determines whether you have a chance to get back with your ex or not. Okay, because at the end of the day, you were together, you were in love, you were happy. So my job is to help you get back there, to really show to your ex that image of who you are really. Probably you need to change a few things about your life, about yourself. But the idea is with no contact, we are able to reset the button and change the dynamic, change that perception. Okay, and now he feels that he can make his own decision. He's not pressured anymore, which means that he is now in control and in control of making the own decision because he wants to get back with her right now. Okay, so why is it so hard to stay in no contact? I'll give you the example of the Marshmallow Study. It's basically an experiment that was done in the 60s, I think, with kids, and they were giving them a marshmallow, and they had one marshmallow, and the study person said to the kid, if you don't eat that marshmallow for a minute, I'll give you two. And about 50% of the kids will eat the marshmallow, 50% won't eat the marshmallow. And they did studies and extrapolate and follow those kids through their lives, and they determined that the kids who were able to control that behavior, that instant reward, were actually more successful because they are able to project those stuff. And in life, there's a lot of friction, there's a lot of things that are painful that leads to big reward. Okay, work-related relationship, and it's the same in no contact. So we have this inner fight of short-term reward versus long-term reward. The short-term reward is we think that by having news, by having answers, by being around our ex, we have this shot of dopamine, and it will provide you that shot of dopamine, but it will really, really damage that perception they have of you, that, as we discussed before. If you don't contact them, there's no short-term benefit, right? And it is what you have. There's an imbalance right now. There's no short-term benefit. There's no dopamine created as a result of this technique. But you are building the right image. To give you another example, these are drawings either after 10 minutes, 1 minute, or 10 seconds. And it shows you the importance of time. The importance of time to really create that strong image. You can't expect a no contact radio silence to work for a few days or a week. It needs some time to repair that image, to let your ex reflect, to reset those dynamics. It's so important. And of course, after a few weeks, it's time to break no contact. I'm a believer that in some occasion it's good to break no contact if you haven't had any news from your ex. If you're in that stage and you don't know whether you should break no contact, whether you should continue no contact, what you should say to your ex, you can give me a call. I have about 10 consultation discovery calls in my diary each week, so I will leave the link in the description. Have a look, give me a call, ask me any questions you want. You know, sometimes in 15 minutes you can get unstuck. So don't be shy, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you. So a few techniques to help. Keep yourself busy. You know, we mentioned the short-term reward versus long-term reward because we seek for that dopamine shot. So why don't you find activities that provide you that short-term reward? Because if you don't do anything, boredom, being bored, would provide you that opportunity for your brain to recess all those negative emotions. So it's very important for you to be more proactive and to be active with your life. So find a new sport, learn a new hobby, new skill, stuff like that. Find your tribe. It's really important for you to have a support system because it's really, doing no contact could be long, you could feel lonely, so find your tribe. Your best mate, maybe join one of our WhatsApp group if you want to be with like-minded people who are facing same challenges. I will also leave a link. If you watch this video live, I mean, the day I post it, the groups are closed, but you can apply for a waiting list. We're going to open new WhatsApp groups next month. Volunteering is a great way also to feel better because you're going to help others. It will also give you some perspective about your life, and some, helping others makes you happy. That's why I love my job. Also generates a lot of positive experience emotions. You know, what brings you happiness in your life? Is it to go out for a run? Well, go out for a run. Is it to see your nephews and nieces? Go and see them, babysit them, you know. Is it to help others? So find, list what really makes you happy. Is it to go karting? I love go-karting, for example, and it's been a while, so I'm going to go to do some go-karting because I love it so much. List 3 to 5 main things that you can complete between now and when you'll break no contact. List those things. Could be anything, but that are not so much short-term, medium-term objective, and list them and work towards those goals, because by working towards those goals, you won't have time to think about your ex, you won't have time to be bored, you don't have time to recess again about what if, right? So it's very important for you to have those goals. That's what we do with our WhatsApp communities, to really help you stay accountable, have those goals, really keep up with those goals, and have that tribe with you to help you out. Last word, if you want to reach out because you feel you need to be happy, you have to learn to reach out to you before. You love the experience, this feeling of being complete. This is also what you're going to learn by doing this no contact properly. And the sun comes out. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.